Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. All praises to Yahweh Mashiach. Indeed, his mercy endures forever. Shalom to the entire family. Welcome to Life or Death. I'm going to give you a couple minutes just to get in before we start the class. Welcome to all of you. Welcome to Life or Death. As you already know, Life or Death is an interactive class that we have where we talk about a specific subject. As you can see, the title of the class for tonight is Israelites History Month, Israelites History Months over Black History Month. Israelites History Month over Black History Month. What does that mean? Let us start with the book of Colossians, chapter 3 and verse 17, to give thanks to the Most High through his beloved Son, Hamashiach Yahawashi. 3 and verse 17. And whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Adonai Hamashiach, giving thanks to the Most High and the Father by him. The Most High commands us to do everything to him via Hamashiach. Because Hamashiach is the door. Hamashiach is the gate through whom we must go to have access to the Father. Let's see where we get the type, the name. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of Baruch, chapter 4 and verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but so as leave it shall die. So when we choose to follow after our own selves, when we choose to do what we want to do, we must, we should, we ought to, and we have to expect death to follow us. We must expect death to follow us when we choose not to follow after the commandments of the Most High through his beloved Son, Hamashiach Yahawashi. Let us what does that mean? Those of you who are currently watching, what does that mean? What this title, what does it entail? What does that title entail? Black Israelites History Month over Black History Month. What does that mean? Currently, we all know that in the United States, the month of February, they reserve it to celebrate so-called black people, meaning they reserve it to celebrate all people that are of African descent, so-called African descent. This is a month where they have celebrations all over the country. This even in the UK, they have they have events as well. For us, we don't see ourselves as we see ourselves as the real Jews, as so-called blacks. That is why you see that we put in the title Israelites History Months over Black History Month. Let's go to the book of Hosea, chapter 6. Hosea chapter 6. The book of Hosea chapter 6 and verse 1. Hosea 6 and verse 1. Come and let us return unto the Most High, for he hath torn and he will heal us. He hath smitten and he will bind us up. So we all know that we have been suffering because the Most High has not been pleased with us. Hold that. Let's go to the book of Revelation 3 and verse 19. The book of Revelation chapter 3 and verse 19. As many as I love, I rebuke and chasten. Be zealous, therefore, and repent. The Most High Mashiach is punishing us because He loves us. He has been chastening. He has been whipping us. He has been giving us a good whooping for not keeping His laws. He has been punishing us because we have not been good stewards of His laws. We have not been good disciples of the Most High through Hamashiach. Let us read it again. Hosea chapter 6 and verse 1. Come and let us return unto the Most High, for he hath done, and he will heal us. He hath smitten, and he will bind us up. Verse 2. After 2 days, he will revive us. In the third day, he will raise us up, and we shall live in his sight. So we are in the third day right now. We see how the Most High is reviving us. Right now, you can see that many of us are proclaiming, many of us are coming back to our true nationality. Many of us don't refer to ourselves as blacks, as African Americans. No, you will hear us say, I'm a real Jew from the tribe of Judah. I'm an Israelite from the tribe of Simeon. You see now that we are coming back to our nationality. We are coming back to who we are as a people. We are coming back to who we are as a nation. Let's go to the book of let's go now to the book of Deuteronomy chapter 32 and verse 7. The book of Deuteronomy, the 32nd chapter and the 7th verse. Let's see what the Most High commands us to do. This is something that many of us, we are always fighting with it, one way or another, consciously or unconsciously. Let's go to the book of Deuteronomy 32 and verse 7. The book of Deuteronomy, verse 1. Give ear, verse 1. Give ear, O ye heavens, and I will speak, and hear, O earth, the words of my mouth. Verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. We should not forget our history. So-called Black History Month is or was prior to us having Black History Month, it was a time where, or a day, or it was a season where our brothers and sisters used to celebrate us as a people, our culture, what we have, our arts, basically a celebration of Courage Woodson, he is also the author of this book, The Miseducation of the Negro. He was a pioneer in that. Later on, you see that our people basically make it become Black History Month. The month of February is set for that time. But as real Jews, all the months should be Israelites History Month for us. Why? Because we should not forget who we are. Oftentimes, we tend to become complacent. When things are going good, when we have food on the table, when we are able to pay the rent, when we are able to have extra money in our pocket, our extra money in on our on extra money in our bank account, we tend to become complacent. We tend to stand still. Oftentimes we tend to forget the Most High and become at ease in America or in the countries where we are. No, we are to always strive to keep the laws of Yah. We must always remember that we are not in our land. We are in captivity. The book of Deuteronomy 32 and verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee. You see that all praises to Yahshua Mashiach. We have elders here at the Light of Zion. Also, we have elders of the nation that are in other schools. On top of, furthermore, we have books that can teach us a lot about our history. Let's see what our brother Courage Woodson wrote or leaves for us. This is in the book of The Miseducation of the Negro, page 45. For lack of intelligent guidance, then the Negro church often fulfills a mission to the contrary of that for which it was established. Because the Negro church is such a free field and it is controlled largely by the Negroes themselves, it seems that practically all the incompetents and undesirables who have been barred from other walks of life by rare prejudice and economic difficulties have washed into the ministry for the exploitation of the people. What this was true then, and it is still true now. That is why the Most High says this. Let's go to the book of Jeremiah 3 and verse 15. Jeremiah 3 and verse 15. Let's see what the Most High says for us. Jeremiah 3 and verse 15. But after verse 14. Jeremiah 3 and verse 15. But after verse 14. Jeremiah 3 and verse 14. Turn, O backsliding children, saith the Most High, for I am married unto you, and I will take you, one of a city, and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. That is why you can see that in a family, only one brother or only one sister may know about the truth or may be in the truth. It is what it is. Or you may see that in your city, you may be the only one with fringes on. It is what it is. Verse 15. And the book of Jeremiah, chapter 3 and verse 15. And I will give you pastors. The word pastor means shepherd. The Most High says, I will give you pastors, I will give you shepherds according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. That is what you see right now. You see that now we have men of the Lord that are all over the globe teaching. We have sisters as well who are teaching other sisters. This is what is going on in the third day. The Most High is reviving us. He is showing us the way. He is giving us the blueprint. That is why we are to change Black History Month into Israelites History Months. When you know your history, you have a better grasp of what is going on in the present. When you know what happened in the day, you will know how to attack your present. You will know what to do in the present tense. Let's see what the Most High. Let's go to the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 30. Because the Most High already foretell, foretell that, or already foretold that to our mother, to Jeremiah. Let's see what he said. The book of, let's go to the book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 30. The book of Baruch, chapter 2 and verse 30. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of the captivities, they shall remember themselves. That is why you see right now, we are remembering ourselves. Right now, we are doing our best to keep the laws of Yah. We are doing our best to establish ourselves as the real Jews that we are. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 42, verse 19. The book of Sirach, chapter 42 and verse 19. He declareth the things that are past and for to come, and revealeth the steps of the hidden things. So the Most High Mashiach knew that in the third day we would start to put back our identity. We would start to refer to ourselves as real Jews. Verse 20. No thought escapeth him, neither any word is hidden from him. So the Most High knows everything, Israel. What we are encouraging you to do is to know your history, to make sure that you don't default. I mean, to make sure that you stay on a straight path. One thing about life is that there is always change in life. Change is constant. In the life of a human, change is constant, meaning that something is always changing. It is what it is. As we are coming back to our true nationality, we are doing our best to apply the laws of Yah in our life. We are to understand that we have to adapt to changes in our life. As we are perfecting ourselves in the law, as we are doing our best to learn the commandments, to keep them, to do them, and to have faith in Mashiach, we are to prepare ourselves to adapt to all the changes that may occur. Let's go to the book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 6. Sirach 2 and verse 6. The book of Sirach, chapter 2 and verse 6. Believe in him. Let's start at verse 5. Sirach chapter 2 and verse 5. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So things are changing. The Most High is preparing us. We are to better ourselves. We are to adapt because we want to be perfect in the eyes of Yah. For gold, because we are the gold. For gold is tried in the fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. It is the same thing. The same for a soldier to be built up, for the services to make the soldiers, they have to run them. They have to run these soldiers through a lot of trainings. Whether these soldiers love these trainings or not, they are to succeed in these trainings. They are to pass them. In that very same manner, we are to pass all the quizzes and tests and exams that the Most High is putting us through or is giving us. Israel, we have to understand that with the Most High through Mashiach Yahawashai, we will always be a winner. With the Most High through Mashiach, we will always be winners. Israel, we should not allow the difficulties of this life to take us out of the truth. Because that is the commandments are through Hamashiach in the most high through Hamashiach are the only things that we possess. We have nothing in America or in the countries where we are at. Yes, some of us may own some toys or may own some wealth, but we have to understand Esau is the ruler of this kingdom. Esau is in charge. Let's go to the book of Philippians chapter 4. In fact, let's go to Philippians chapter 2 first. Philippians chapter 2 verse 1 all the way to 3. The book of Philippians chapter 2 and verse 1. If there be therefore any consolation in Hamashiach, if any comfort of love, if any fellowship of the Spirit, if any bowels of mercy, fulfill ye my joy, that ye may be like-minded, having the same love, being of one accord, of one mind. So that is why we always advise you to get with a school that bears witness with your spirit, to get with a school that your spirit is in one accord with. Verse 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, as you are perfecting ourselves in the laws of Yah, as you are getting yourselves better. Don't do things for vainglory. Always say, all praises to Yah through Hamashiach Yahawashai. Always give glory to the Most High through Hamashiach Yahawashai. Verse 3, Philippians chapter 2 and verse 3. Let nothing be done through strife or vainglory, but in lowliness of mind, let each esteem another better than themselves. So we should not allow the spirit of pride to consume us. Yes, you must have self-esteem, but do not see yourself as a God to the point that you think you are way better than your fellow brothers and sisters. Don't have that spirit. That prideful spirit may destroy you. Let's go to the book of Philippians, chapter 4, and verse Philippians. Let's go to the book of Philippians, chapter 4. Let's add verse 13. You know what? Let's start at verse 10. Philippians 4, Philippians, the book of Philippians, chapter 4, and verse 10. For I rejoiced in the Most High greatly, that now at the last your care of me hath flourished again, wherein ye were also careful, but ye lacked opportunity. Not that I speak in respect of want, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am therewith to be content. We have to be content. Yes, having the zeal, having the drive to have more is not a bad spirit. But do not try to do bad things in order to have more. Always do things within the constraint of the law. Because remember, we are coming back to our true selves. We are leaving the old man behind and adapt the new man and put on the garment of the new man and put on the new man. We are coming back to our true selves. The same way we said, "Come to the Most High," when he told us that he wanted us to be for him. Our forefathers did that, telling the Most High that they wanted to serve him. We are coming back, saying that yes, Most High, we want to be obedient to you. Verse 12. I know both how to be abased, and I know how to abound. In that I know how to be low and how to satisfy with whatever I have. Paul was telling them that, hey, yes, I'm teaching you, but I'm not above you. I know how to control myself. I know how to be abased and how to be abound. Everywhere and in all things, I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. In that, hey, I know how to control myself, whether I know I'm in need or I am not in need. Verse 13, I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengtheneth me. Which strengtheneth me, notwithstanding ye have well done that ye did communicate with my affliction. We all know that the people of Colossae, they took care of Paul. In fact, researchers say that the church of Colossae was founded by our brother Epaphras. I can do all things through Hamashiach, which strengtheneth me. Verse 12, I know both how to be abased and I know how to abound. Everywhere and in all things I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry, both to abound and to suffer need. That is why Israel, we have to understand, while we are in this kingdom, while we are doing our best to serve Yah, let us be content with what we have. While we always always have the drive to have more, that is good. But do not try to have more by doing bad things to put your life in danger. Remember, the title of the class is Israelites History Months over Black History Month. Always remember what happened to your forefathers in the old days. Lately, have been watching documentaries about the civil rights movement. These things, they are good for you to watch because these visuals or these stories or that part of our history gives you an understanding of what our forefathers were going through. These stories or these part of our history, or these parts of our history, give you a fresh understanding of what our foremothers and our forefathers were facing while they were in Montgomery, or while in Montgomery, Alabama, or while they were in Jackson, Mississippi. All these things are good for you to watch. Why? Because the Most High says this. Let us read it again. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, and verse 7. Remember the days of old. Consider the years of many generations. Ask thy father, and he will show thee. Thy elders, and they will tell thee. So, Israel, let us do our best to keep the laws of Yah. Let us read this again. Philippians chapter 3 and verse 12. I know both how to be abased and I know how to abound, how to live humbly and how to live with prosperity. This is what Paul is saying here. I know how to live humbly, meaning that how to live when I have nothing, or how to live when I am prosperous. This is what we should be doing as Israel. This is what we ought to do. Be content with what we have while we have the drive to get more. Do not do bad things to put yourself in contrast with the law. What Israel, let us read Psalm 72, verse 18. Remember, on the 22nd of this month, we are going to keep the destruction or the feast, the destruction of Nicanor. 23rd and 24th. 23rd will be the opening of Purim, and 24th will be the closing of Purim. All of you are invited. In fact, let me put it in the chat. Shalom, Israel. All Israelite born. All Israelites are invited to the feast of Purim and destruction of Nicanor. All of you are invited, Israel. You know that at the Light of Zion, we are your servants. We are here to serve you in the Most High through His beloved Son Hamashiach Yahawashah. Purim and destruction of Nicanor. So all of you are invited. We would like to see all of you. The feast of Purim and destruction of Nicanor. All of you are invited, Israel. We would like to see all of you. Let us read Psalm 72, verse 18. The book of Psalm, chapter 72 and verse 18. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of the 12 tribes of Israel. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of our elder Emran Israel. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of our sister Deborah Chatham, Deborah Dennis in Chatham, Massachusetts. Blessed be the most high power, the power of Israel, the power of the 12 tribes of Israel. Israel, we love you. You know we are here to serve you. To donate to this ministry, do so via Cash App. To donate, send it to $ THEELOZ or Zealot to or Zealot to 954 954 297 3705 or Zealot to 954 297 3705. Israel, we love you. Let us end with Psalm 133. Psalm 133. On the 22nd of February, we are going to keep the destruction of Nicanor. We are going to keep that feast. On the 23rd, we are going to open the feast of Purim. And on the 24th, we are going to close the feast of Purim. All these 3 days, we will spend them here at the school, which is on. If it is Yazwil through Mashiach, we will be here at this school, which is located on 2937 West Broward Boulevard. Let us end with Psalm 133. Psalm 133. The book of Psalm, chapter 133. Psalm 133. Behold, how good and how pleasant it is for brethren to dwell together in unity. It is like the precious ointment upon the head that went down upon the beard, even Aaron's beard, that went down to the skirts of his garments, as the dew of Hermon, and as the dew that descended upon the mountains of Zion. For there the Most High commanded the blessing, even life forevermore. Bahashem, Hamashiach Yahawashai, Thawada, Thamyad, Aman. Shalom, Israel. May the Most High through Mashiach bless you all. May the Most High through Mashiach keep you safe and give us a new spirit so that we can be sinless in his eyes and in the eyes of our fellow Israelites. May the Most High through Mashiach be with you all. Shalom.